welcome back. We're having a great time. It's Saturday, it's brunch, we're in Dallas, it's nice outside. We're chatting wine. So we're gonna chat about some Volpaia Chianti Classico. So this comes from Tuscany, it comes from the Chianti Classico region within Chianti. It is a DOCG, which is the highest rated quality level of wine in Italy. Fun fact, this castle, or Castello di Volpaia in their name, is actually built in an 11th century town. So it's a hillside town that the family who owns this decided they wanted to restore in order to house the winery. So the castle, the churches, the general businesses from the 11th century. So what is that? That's a cobbler, that's a carriage maker, that's an apothecary. All of those old vintage, all those old buildings, the storefronts are original 11th century. On the inside is a modern winemaking facility. The whole town is part of the winery. Super fun to visit. Really awesome that they have kept the heritage of the town. So, fun fact. Let's take a look at the glass and we'll get in and taste it. So, Chianti, right? Chianti Classico requires 80 minimum percent of Sangiovese. This is 80, actually this is 90% Sangiovese and 10% Merlot. And I want you to notice that it's a bright ruby color, totally see-throughable. And those legs are medium plus to form, medium plus to fall. So we're going to confirm that when we get there, but let's take a sniff. And there's a ton of really ripe red fruit here. Not overripe, just ripe, but we've got black raspberry, I've got strawberry, I've got red cherry, juicy, ripe, brown, wonderful. One more time, stick your nose in the glass, let's smell for the earth. And we have a ton of earth here. I mean, there's baked terracotta, or I guess that's baked clay. There's also some dried herbs like pizza sauce, oregano, and thyme, maybe a little bay leaf. But in that non-fruit category, we have a ton of stuff too. There's tobacco, almost like cigar box, and there's a sweet balsamic glaze and licorice. So on the oak front, I am getting some spice here. I think there's clove and there's cinnamon. I'm not getting the overwhelming like vanilla or caramel, but definitely some of those like drier oak spices. So let's take a sip and we'll confirm it all. I really enjoy this wine. I enjoy the history behind this wine and the story. What's in the glass does not fail to deliver. So I want you to notice that our fruit on the palate is just a little bit tartar. So I would say ripe red raspberry as opposed to black raspberry. I would say pie cherry instead of ripe red cherry. And I would say that we have strawberries, but they're not those wild strawberries that are tiny and full of like juicy red flavor. They're just a little bit less ripe. So just generally tartar on the palate. I'm going to add pomegranate and cranberry because I think that captures the fruit quality. On the earth side, definitely baked, like if you grind up clay, red clay, and you smell it, it's baked red clay. And then we have those dried herbs, that oregano and that thyme that you would use in a pizza sauce. One more sip. I want you to look for that balsamic sweet reduction. Licorice, sweet balsamic reduction, kind of a little pungent. And then the earth. I mean, I want you to notice that it's like grated cinnamon stick. It's grated nutmeg, but not vanilla or caramel. It's not that rich oak spice. It's more like that dry oak spice. Let's talk about structure. How much are you gushing? And I'm gushing for sure. So I think I'm going to call this medium plus. It's not quite overwhelming. It's a lot, but it's not over the top. And I want you to, let's talk about alcohol. How warm are you? Definitely have alcohol here. I'm going to call this medium plus alcohol as well. And then how dry is your tongue? Like how packed with cotton balls in it? I'm at medium plus. I have dryness. It is not completely devoid of moisture in my mouth. So I'm going to call this medium plus tannin, which means across the board, all three categories, medium plus bodied. I'm gonna go with the medium plus bodied foods. Awesome. So 3, 2, 1. This is tart cherry. This is sweet cinnamon. And I think we gotta talk about our licorice. Kind of a really nice spice component on the end. It's got a freshness to it. It's gonna pair really phenomenally with our bacon, our thick cut bacon, or any beef. So think of any steak on the menu. This is gonna be a killer with. And the fun fact is the winery is housed in an 11th century village on top of a hill. You should go visit if you can. I love your faces. Go sell some wine.